Hello guys, this is Tarun. In this video, I'll be explaining about IAM and admin, the GCP. Nothing but Identity Access Management and Administration. This is my dashboard. I'll just navigate to IAM and admin. So this is a dashboard of IAM and admin. First of all, we should know why we use this. The sole purpose of IAM and admin is it lets the administrators authorize the members in the such that who can access what type of resources up to what extent. For example, maybe we want to give a member just the App Engine viewer role so that we can assign so that he only can access he only can view the App Engine. He cannot even change the configuration. So that's how it works. Coming to in the IAM admin, we have two types, like we have identities and roles. We have four different type of identities. They are Google account, service account, Google group, G Suite account. Google account is nothing but for Gmail accounts. Those are, you can see one on my screen, that is saithon2499@gmail.com. Coming to service account, it's basically associated with the application or services in the cloud, not rather with the user. Google groups are set of Google accounts or G Suite accounts, we can take it like that. And finally, G Suite account. G Suite accounts are nothing but your organization should be subscribed to any of the domain so that you will be having access of one of the G Suite accounts. This is about identities. And coming to roles, we have three different type of roles. Those are primitive roles, predefined roles, and custom roles. So in the primitive roles, we have three types. Those are owner, editor, and viewer role. Either we also call primitive roles as basic roles. Okay, let us see how we can add the roles and identities to the IAM. We just need to be in the IAM and click on add. Then here we need to add, like maybe we can add a member here. Then we need to select a role here by clicking on the role. In the basic roles, we will have editor, owner, and viewer roles. In the all roles, we will be having various roles like access approval. In here again we have approver, editor, viewer, then access content manager, admin, editor, reader. In this manner, everything will be having different type of roles. So now I'll show you predefined roles. We can just go ahead into roles. Here you can observe all the predefined roles which are directly given by the Google itself. Each and every predefined roles, you can observe various permissions. I'll be opening one of the predefined role, and you can observe a few permissions here. 7 assigned permissions are there for this particular role. So this is how this works. And coming to custom roles, here you can observe create role. By clicking on it, you can give the title for your role and an ID. Just leave it as an alpha or beta based on your availability, and you can add permissions here, whatever the permissions you need. You can just add a head so that your role will get created while you click on create button. Later you can add these roles to your identity. So this is how the roles work. And now coming to one of the beta function in the IAM, that is workload identity federation. So with identity federation, you can use identity access management to grant external identities. This lets you access resources directly with a short-lived access token. So this is how workload identity federation works. And in this we also have workload identity pools. These are nothing but the containers for a collection of external identities. And what are all these workload identities providers means? We have very familiar that are AWS, Azure, Active Directory, Kubernetes cluster. These are all we can take as workload identity providers. We also have policies, where we will be having a JSON file. We will be writing few code so that we can add, like we can apply some roles to the particular identities, or we can apply permissions to the roles. So this is how the policies work. And also we have audit logs here, where you can observe different type of logs like admin activity audit logs, system event audit logs, data access audit logs, policy derived audit logs. So these are all will be available here. And also you can know who did what, where and when, so that you will be having clear picture of what exactly happening in your cloud. So this is about this IAM and admin. In the next video we will be discussing about compute resources. I'll take one of the compute resource and start explaining about it. So bye guys, this is up to for this video.